A man fumbled a job where he made $500,000 a year, $500,000 to be exact. Y'all, he fumbled this shit by running his damn mouth too much, and I'm pissed off. Let's get into this video.
I was fired from my $500,000 a year job as a software engineer working at StubHub, and this is my story. I was fired for questioning the culture and the work at the company. I found it difficult to work in StubHub's environment when I would ask for data about why the decisions were being made. I wasn't provided with documentation about why certain decisions were being made. And then I was told, well, do I need to know everything? I can't know everything that's going on at the company. The director also said I could switch teams, which is how I ended up meeting with a data team that manages the data coming into StubHub. When I met with an engineer on the team, we started discussing some of the data. And in particular, I had a question because there was something being brought up about mismatches between events. Essentially, my question was, is it possible for someone to sell a ticket, but the event is not actually happening there? And the engineer said that they didn't know. I also met with the manager of the data team, and I had several questions around how they were handling ticket data, whether or not they were using machine learning models to try to help identify scammers or fake tickets instead of relying on agents, which could provide an inconsistent customer experience. In addition to this, I asked more consumer protection questions and related to what about the event of a large fake ticket selling scheme. The manager did not answer my question, and he was like, why are you asking these questions? I also asked questions related to the responsibility if, a seller tries to sell a ticket that they don't have. And in response, the manager said, well, it's basically the seller's responsibility, and it's not necessarily the company's responsibility. I wasn't the only one that had concerns over consumer protections. I attended an all-hands meeting where employees were concerned about reading.
Pause, because I don't want to lose my train of thought. Basically, you just nosy as fuck. And honestly, and I'm gonna cut you some slack because you low-key trying to watch out for the consumer. You're basically trying to watch out for the consumers, which I fuck with that. You trying to watch out for the customers, but at the same time, sir, what they got to do with you? You better get $500,000 check. What the fuck? What the fuck? Step your cookies up. Like, what's going on? Why does any of the information even matter to you? You're not cybersecurity, are you? Shit, maybe he is. Hold on. Let's continue the story before I start. Jumping too ahead of myself. Y'all know how I get.
Comments and the negative company perception. I noticed a lot of Reddit comments where people were complaining about being scammed. I noticed a lot of comments where people would, try to get a ticket for an event, have booked like flights and hotels, and ended up not actually getting the ticket transferred to them in time. Or StubHub tries to mediate the situation and gives them an alternate ticket, but that ticket is nowhere comparable to the ticket that the consumer actually wanted. A few days later, after I had asked questions about these consumer protection related things, I was fired from the company, again with the reason being that I had been questioning the culture and work at the company and that I had wanted to switch teams. Me wanting to switch teams was encouraged by my manager and the director about finding a good team fit for me.
I mean, honestly, as much as I want to say he should have shut the fuck up, honestly, him having integrity and him showing that, he's not in it for the money. He's really in it for the customers. And he was bringing up valid points about how StubHub have a lot of cases on like Reddit and stuff about them being scammers. And my bad. Basically how StubHub have a lot of controversy surrounding them being like a scammer company that sells tickets. And he was trying to watch out for the consumers. So honestly, I can't even fault him for that. But another TikToker gave his opinion on it, and him and the guy went back and forth for a little one too. So let's get into what they was talking about.
I was fired from my $500,000 a year job as a software engineer working at StubHub, and this is my story.
Guess why they fired this man? They fired this man because he was overly working. What a rookie move. Asking questions they don't want him asking, investigating shit they don't want him investigating. They told this nigga, why are you asking so many questions? He just kept asking more questions. Going around to coworkers and trying to build a brigade. Man, I would have been fired you. For 500K, if I tell you don't do shit, don't do shit. If I tell you stop asking questions, stop asking questions. Why are you overly working? You're just a number. You're just a check, and they're giving you $500,000. Why don't you just engineer the software? He's talking about consumer protection. Do you work for the Consumer Bureau of Consumerism? Like, I understand, like, as a consumer, thank you for sacrificing $500,000 a year on my behalf. I don't even like StubHub. I don't even be on StubHub. But thank you for sacrificing your salary so that maybe if I get an NFL ticket, I might not get... Well, they're still doing whatever they're doing. You just lost your job. I never understand why people overly work when their job tells them, hey, calm down. Why are you doing that? Why are you working so hard that you're getting in your own way? This is not your family's business. You probably just saved them money. They probably just got another compliant software engineer that they only got to pay like $450,000 now. You just saved them $50,000. They're gonna keep scamming. Or did you think you were in like some type of spy thriller? You were supposed to uncover what? Were you supposed to build StubHub from the ground up? Engineer the software. Now just become a content creator, bro. Try to just do that, because you don't want to engineer the software. You want to ask questions. You want to restructure the corporation.
And I agree 100% with him as well on his point of view, because it's like, sir, and if I'm making $500,000, right, and all I have to do is engineer some software, which I'm not saying that's an easy job, because it's not at all. But all I gotta do is shut the fuck up. And my job done told me, like, hey, sir, like, hey, mind your business. Hey, we might be running a little scheme 1, 2, but mind your fucking business. Here, get your little $500,000 a year and mind your damn business. Ain't no way I'm about to keep hounding them about that shit. I'm gonna be like, okay, shit. Okay, I'm gonna shut my ass up and get my motherfucking check, okay? Because one thing about the money, I'ma make it. So, I mean, he was trying to play Captain Save-A-Ho, but just like this guy said, no shade, you may be like, you know what I'm saying, trying to save the consumers, you know, thank you for that. But you just got fired, and the consumers probably gonna still get scammed. Like, you didn't do shit, but you just fumbled $500,000 a year. But you know, he got integrity. So it's like, one part of me want to be like, hey, it's lit because he had integrity. But the other part of me like, bitch, you stupid as fuck. Shit. Damn, black people be so dumb sometimes. You know how hard it is for a black person to get in that position in the first place? And you want to fumble that shit. But he responded, y'all. So let's hear his response, y'all. Maybe it might be worth it.
Sitting there and doing your job is exactly why we're in the state that we are in this country, right? Because you guys have sacrificed your morals, your integrity, and your principles for a bag and willing to come on here and make videos about it rather than actually figuring out how do we band together and make this nation materially better? How do we get to a point of affordable healthcare? How do we get to a point of affordable groceries, affordable rent? How do we get gun control? The issues that actually matter in this country, rather than having this divisive rhetoric that tears us apart. How do we come together as a community? That's what you should be introducing your audience to. And I find it super ironic that on this eve of a TikTok ban that 170 million of us did not want, where we have the illusion of freedom, but we don't have any choices, that this is what you choose to post. And just to be clear, when I accepted that offer, I also had 3 other job offers that I was considering. So I didn't just need to put the fries in the bag. It's scary that 100,000 people liked the video that you made, 1, and 2, you didn't even bother to tag me in your post. So I had no idea really that this was going on. Maybe you were scared of my response, but here it is.
I see both parts of the argument. You know what I'm saying? One side of me like, bitch, he got some integrity. He got some balls to stand up to his boss who's paying him $500,000 and be like, hey, you know what I'm saying, asking all these damn questions. But at the other part of me like, bitch, fuck that integrity. Bitch, I need that check. But you know what? That's a form of selling your soul, though. So, I mean, the engineer is not wrong, because when you, once you do things that's against your morals and go against your integrity and your I don't know the words, bitch. I'm trying to sound smart. But if you do things outside of your beliefs for money, that's technically a form of selling your soul. So technically, he basically just said he's not going to sell his soul to this company for no $500,000, and you cannot not respect it. And then the man said he had 3 other job offers. So you know what? Bitch, the conversation really over. But we're going to hear the rest of their responses. But the conversation really over because the man said he had 3 other job interviews lined the fuck up. And once he said that, bitch, that just cleared it. Because, baby, let's continue.
You guys have sacrificed your morals, your integrity, and your principles for a bag.
No, it isn't. We're in this mess because wages have stagnated, our government has been bought out by foreign entities and private companies, and the combination of inflation and purposeful price gouging is kicking our ass. That's why we're in this mess. No, the average person did not sacrifice their morals and integrity and what... Bro, people work at Wendy's, man. We got regular jobs. Do you know what your problem is? Your problem is that you think the $500,000 that they're paying you makes you somehow not part of the American peasantry. Well, guess what? You are not a noble. You are still a peasant with a nice tunic on that they let you borrow. This is my first ever content creator beef. What I would like to celebrate this occasion is for you to go to my bio, click on the link, and follow me over there. Or else you'll never see me again when the clock strikes midnight. Please do it now. The moment you do too much, they'll snatch that shit right off you and send you back to the potato fields. That's how it is. You think you're in them offices going noble for noble? No, you're still a peasant. If you lose your job or if you stay unemployed for too long.
No shade, and now he's losing me. I don't know what the fuck he's talking about. Am I the only one that's getting kind of lost? But the other guy made another video, y'all. Let's get into it, y'all. I don't know if we're gonna watch all these videos because this shit getting kind of cheesy. No shade.
Problem is that you think the $500,000 that they're paying American peasantry.
No, that's your problem, and that's why you're so obsessed with me that you've made 3 additional videos about this topic. You are clearly projecting from a place of insecurity, and I really feel bad for you that that's what you have to resort to. You have a platform with over 100,000 followers, and you choose to attempt to diminish a successful black man on this app amongst whatever else you could be doing on this app because you can't get past a $500,000 number. That's what the issue is here. It's also the fact that you think that not having moral ethics and principles is binary to the things that you bring up related to price gouging or companies raising prices, whatever. These aren't binary things. All of it plays a factor into what we're experiencing now. So can we just use some critical thinking here? Any person that would be worried about losing a job that pays $500,000 is one that thinks that they can't get another one. And I'm employed. What are you doing? Thank you so much for being a fan.
Well, that's enough of that, y'all. Let me know in the comments down below what y'all opinion is on this, or who's right and wrong, y'all. Are y'all going with the guy who, you know what I'm saying, basically fumbled a $500,000 job, or are we going with the guy who basically said, hey, you're dumb as fuck? I'm in the middle because I understand both arguments. Like, to the T. I understand both arguments, but I don't know which one to, like, fully agree with. So, I'm going to let y'all pick in the comments down below. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe. I love you guys so much, and make sure you guys stay blessed. Mwah. Bye.